King of the Table is coming to the United States and is going to be revealing its biggest card yet. This monumental arm wrestling showdown will take place at Bally's Atlantic City Hotel and Casino in Atlantic City, New Jersey. KOTT 13 will showcase one of the most powerful lineup of arm wrestlers in the event's history on 14th of December this year. The main event of this star-studded evening is going to decide whether Big Daddy Jerry Cadorad is going to be the one to dethrone the undisputed king of all super heavyweights in arm wrestling universe. Strongman legends Brian Shaw and Eddie the Beast Hall will face off in their arm wrestling debut, while Barbora and Gabby faces each other in an epic revenge match. Age-old rivals Matt Mask and Marcio Barboza will settle the scores once again, and a left-hand encounter between Cory and Tobias is going to be a cherry on the top. Here's the list of all the confirmed super matches and my take on who's going to be the king of the table among these amazing athletes. Kevin Palco vs Joseph Moranto. What better than two Americans to start off this arm wrestling extravaganza in USA? Kevin Palco from Cleveland, Ohio takes on Arizona's Joseph Moranto in what's going to be a battle of hook and supination. Moranto's explosiveness is going to be stopped by Kevin's static endurance, and he shall draw the first blood in this bonanza. Cory West vs Tobias Sporong. Cory's quest of becoming the #1 left arm in North America suffered a small hiatus in KOTT 12 when he lost against Kamil Jablonski's press. He's gonna face a formidable opponent in Tobias Sporong to prove his mettle this time. The quick onslaught of Tobias, accompanied by a relentless attack on the B side of the table, is going to spell trouble for the gorilla unless his unhookable wrist stops the surges of this Swedish juggernaut. I give this one 65-35 to Cory West. Barbora Bychova vs Gabriela Vasconcelos. Barbora snatched the women's open category world title belt from Gabby in her dream debut in East vs West 6, and the Iron Angel from Brazil did not like it one bit. Gabby seeks revenge and Barbora is on a rampage of hunting the Titans. Some desperate changes are needed in Gabby's game if she wants to avenge her loss. I want to give this to Gabriela, but the young champion is in no mood to part from her belt yet. It'll be a war in favor of Barbora once again. Matt Mask vs Marcio Barboza. This old age rivalry between these two legends has aged like a fine bottle of wine, and the savory taste of an outside battle is enticing enough for us arm wrestling fans. The wild horse is galloping supreme after his cruising victory over Norwegian Lars in East vs West 14, whereas Marcio wants to end this year with a victory after a roller coaster ride of wins and losses in the beginning. Matt always had a slight edge over Barboza, and he'd love to keep it that way. I predict a 60-40 win in favor of the wild horse. Lachlan Adair vs Lars Rohrbachen. Both Lachlan and Lars are coming off from fresh losses in King of the Table 11 and East vs West 14 respectively. Both are hungry for a win and seems extremely motivated. This is probably the only card where power gaps stuck in a 50-50 line, but I give a slight edge to Lachlan in this one. Brian Shaw vs Eddie Hall. This exhibition holds the prospect of the emergence of a future champion in the sport that can open numerous doors and various possibilities of the growth of global arm wrestling. The indulgence of Larry Wheels gave us King of the Table, Who knows what lies ahead when two of the most popular strongmen compete on the table for supremacy. Brian Shaw is a heavy favorite, but Eddie can't be ignored as well. I put my bets on Brian in this one. Paul Lynn vs Kazimir Kostinov. The White Orc Paul Lynn collides with the Dragon Kazimir Kostinov, and the stage will turn into a mythical war zone. A defeat against Todzilla was a hard pill to swallow for Krazi, and he is desperate for a win. Paul lost to Irakli and Rustam in East vs West 11 and 14 and will try to repeat his performance in King of the Table 11 when he defeated Lachlan Adair. Krazimir's technicality shall reign supreme in this one, and the Dragon defeats the Orc. Dave Chaffy vs Gabor B. This Hungarian national champion is a relatively new face for most of the community, but he is rising the ranks of heavyweights quite fast. Gabor this year won in under 21 SHW and senior SHW at WAF. He was ranked just under Bacho Saginashvili in last year's WAF as well. Getting a match against easy money Dave Chaffy definitely shows the level of this young champion. I would love to be surprised, but Dave will be too much for Gabor this early in his career. My winner is Dave Chaffy for this one. Chedis vs Rustam Babayev. John was scheduled to pull against Rustam, but Sandres nonetheless matches the excitement level. Returning after a 3-0 defeat against Ibrahim Sagov, Panzer is hungry for a win. But he faces a giant Ukrainian arm machine in the compact 5-foot 7-inch frame of Rustam Babayev. After defeating Paul Lynn and proving his mettle in his return, Babayev is going to solidify his comeback with this last win of the year 2024. Levan Saginashvili vs Jerry Kadorat. After failing twice to conquer the summit of the tallest and the strongest mountain in arm wrestling, Devin Ledet and all the other North Americans have made Jerry Kadorat their spearhead in this impossible mission. Big Daddy is looking bigger than ever, and Levan is searching his way around flop wrist press. The time is now. The time is right. Will the world witness an upset, or the reign of the Georgian king continues? 14th December holds the key to this riddle. I can't bet against Levan for obvious reasons. I choose the Georgian giant over Jerry's press. If you like my content and love arm wrestling, then like, share and subscribe. Keep healthy, keep hustling. This is Nitin Vats signing off.